Everyone, this is my intro video for our AEP 800 class. A little bit about myself. My name is Sydney Graff. I have been married for 5 years. We have two wonderful children. I've been teaching for 4 years. My first year was spent in a life skills, also known as a multiple disabilities classroom, and my last 3 years have been spent in an instructional strategies classroom, also known as an interrelated classroom. Some of my hobbies include spending time with my family, baking, being outdoors, and organizing everything. So jumping right into my critical reflection, an impact that I see on my classroom instruction is that my students can be very distracted by technology. They're always having to tell me about the latest video game, and I see that a lot in their writings and in their personal discussions. And also, technology puts noises out there that we're usually not expecting, and it can be very hard for me to get my students back on task once a single noise has distracted them. But on the other hand, it can be very beneficial because technology can be self-correcting for my students and allow them to do things that they wouldn't otherwise be able to do. An implication in my classroom instruction is that they can do independent learning apps, and they're always very excited to come and tell me what they've learned that day when they are using those apps. An influence on my classroom instruction is that it allows me to have more one-on-one time and more direct instruction time with those students who are not using the devices. So it frees me up a little bit. And it also reinforces the curriculum that I'm teaching with my students. An impact on student achievement is that I see low test scores happen from those students who have anxiety with taking tests on a computer, but I also see very high test scores for those students who excel when they take a test on a computer. And again, it can help them do things that they normally can't do. We use a lot of voice to text for those students in my classroom who just don't have those fine motor skills to write legibly for us teachers to read. An implication on my student achievement is that I have, again, a lot of apps. I use apps on behaviors that give my students immediate feedback on positives that they're doing throughout their day and also other areas that they can work on. And they get to create their own work, and the students love that ownership in their own work. An influence is that they're excited about learning, and it's so great to see that when your students want to do well and they want to succeed. An impact on our continuous school improvement is that we are teaching these students life skills, which improves our school, whether it be an improvement in personal skills, social skills, or an academic skill. An implication is that we are teaching these students 21st century skills and how to apply those in their lives. I think it's very important to remember that we are teaching these students for jobs that are not currently on the job market. An influence is that it helps our school be successful because this is the way that our society is turning. And kids love technology. And when they're happy, it kind of seems to make everybody else happy, which then in turn also helps improve our school. So my personal use of technology, I really unfortunately don't have much technology in my classroom because special education doesn't usually get funding for this unless if it's specifically stated in a child's IEP. I do have 5 iPads in my classroom that I share with 2 other teachers on a caseload of more than 30 kids, so we don't get a lot of time with them. And I do have a projector and smartboard in my classroom as well. And we use apps a lot and we look things up on the internet, like pictures and such, so that my students are able to apply them to their everyday life. I don't have any Chromebooks or anything of that sort, and I'm not up to date on the latest technology or what the newest programs are out there for me to use. So my plan of action is that I would like to research some of this technology, maybe attend some webinars, things like that, and then take that knowledge and apply it in my classroom. And then in turn, hopefully by applying this, I can help my students be more successful, especially in their use of technology. And as far as impacting the funding, it shouldn't impact funding at all. Webinars have many opportunities out there for us that are absolutely free, so the only cost would be my personal time, and I am okay with that. So thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to learning from you all. Thanks.